Have you ever held a 3D printed object in your hand and just marveled at it? It feels like magic, like something beamed in from the future. But what if I told you that the secret behind that complex little gadget starts with something as simple as a string? A thin, unassuming plastic wire spooled up like fishing line. This wire is called filament. Understanding it is the first step to mastering your 3D printer. It is the difference between a pile of plastic spaghetti and a perfect creation. A 3D printer is like an incredibly precise robot-controlled hot glue gun. And the filament, that's your glue stick. It's the ink for your three-dimensional canvas. It's the clay for your digital sculpture. The type of filament dictates strength, flexibility, look, feel. Getting to know these materials is the start of your journey as a maker. Learn the rules so you can eventually break them. Before slicing software or bed leveling, we must talk about the raw material. At its most basic, filament is a thermoplastic polymer extruded into a long continuous strand. Think of it like a long piece of plastic spaghetti wound neatly onto a spool. Your printer pulls from this spool, melting the plastic to build your object layer by layer. But consistency is king. High quality filament maintains a precise diameter, usually 1.75 millimeters. If it's too thin, you get gaps. Too thick, you get jams and blobs. It's a game of precision. Filament doesn't just appear out of thin air. It's the product of a fascinating manufacturing process. It begins with plastic beads which are melted, mixed with colors or additives like carbon fiber, and then extruded into a long consistent thread that is cooled and spooled, ready for your 3D printer. Section 4. The heart of the machine. Understanding the extruder. The magic happens in a component called the extruder. It is the workhorse responsible for gripping, pushing and melting the filament. I like to think of it as two distinct systems working in concert, the cold end and the hot end. The cold end is the muscle. It contains a motor and gear that bite into the filament, precisely pushing it forward. This provides the motive force, driving the raw material from the spool down towards the hot end. Finally, the filament enters the hot end. This consists of a metal heater block. This is Fuster deposition modeling, or FDM. The name sounds complex, but the idea is simple. Your printer reads a file with coordinates and moves the extruder to draw the first layer. It's like drawing with a pen, but your ink is hot plastic that solidifies almost instantly. Once complete, the printer makes a tiny adjustment and the layer height. Then it draws the next layer, which fuses to the one below, creating a strong bond. This process repeats hundreds or thousands of times, gradually building a three-dimensional object. Section 6. The Big Three: PLA, ABS, PETG. Now we get to the fun part, the materials themselves. While there's a universe of exotic filaments out there, PLA, ABS, PETG, each has a distinct personality. Choosing the right one is critical. Let's start with the crowd favorite, PLA, polylactic acid. Go to beginner filament derived from renewable resources. Cornstarch, sugarcane, more environmentally friendly than other plastics, prints at relatively low temperatures, around 190 to 220 degrees Celsius. No heated print bed required, compatible with basic printers, very forgiving, minimal warping as it cools, less likely to lift off the bed and fail, reproduces fine details beautifully, wide spectrum of colors, wood fill finishes, glow in the dark finishes. Section 7. Choosing your weapon. Practical advice for your next print. We've unraveled the mystery of filament, creation in a factory. We've unraveled the mystery of filament, transformation in your printer. We have seen the extruder at work, FDM building the product layer by layer. We have met the big three: PLA, ABS, PETG. Big takeaway: the material matters. It matters more than almost any other variable. Filament choice isn't just color, it's an engineering decision. It affects print success and the function of your final part. Now stop reading, grab a spool, or go create something amazing. The journey from digital blueprint to physical reality begins when you feed the filament into the printer. The printer's cold end grips and pushes the filament toward the hot end. This is the preamble to transformation. Here, a heating cartridge gets the block incredibly hot, up to 260 degrees Celsius. As solid filament is pushed in, it melts. Pressure forces this molten plastic out through a tiny nozzle, laying it down as a fine bead. This entire extruder assembly, gripping, pushing, melting, and extruding, is the heart of the printing process. The FDM builds objects by adding material layer by layer right before your eyes. This introduces unique characteristics, the most notable being layer lines. The height of these layers is a trade-off. Thicker layers print much faster but leave more pronounced lines. Thinner layers result in a smoother, more detailed surface but take much longer. Understanding this is key to the aesthetics and structural properties of an FDM print. Great for decorative models, figurines, prototypes, not for parts left in a hot car. Next, ABS, acrylonitrile, butadiene, styrene, the stuff Lego bricks are made of, old school industrial strength, plastic, tougher, more durable, much more heat resistant than PLA. Ideal for functional parts that need to withstand mechanical stress or higher temperature uses. Printer parts themselves, custom automotive brackets. The trade-offs requires higher printing temperatures, 230 to 260 degrees Celsius. Needs a heated print bed. Prone to shrinkage, use an enclosure, emits strong, unpleasant fumes, use good ventilation. A modified version of the same plastic used to make water bottles, PETG, combines many of the best qualities of PLA and ABS, stronger and more heat resistant than PLA, much easier to print than ABS, very low shrinkage, minimal warping, doesn't require an enclosure, excellent layer adhesion, results in very strong parts. Downsides can be stringy fine hairs between parts, absorbs moisture, keep it dry. It's a fantastic all-rounder for functional prints that need a step up in durability from PLA. This knowledge is your superpower. It turns you into a true operator, not just a user. It's the key to troubleshooting, innovating, and unlocking the machine's full potential. Filament choice isn't just color, it's an engineering decision. It affects print success and the function of your final part. My advice, walk before you run. Start with a high quality PLA spool from a reputable brand. Don't cheap out, good filament saves hours. Use PLA to learn your printer. Print calibration cubes, benchmark tests, fun models, learn slicing, bed leveling, basic troubleshooting. PLA is for giving perfect training ground. Master PLA, build a solid foundation. When you need more strength or heat resistance, graduate to PETG. PETG introduces challenges like managing stringing. PETG keep the filament dry. PETG easier learning curve than ABS. Use ABS only when you need high temperature resistance and rigidity, and only if you are prepared for ventilation and enclosure. Experiment, fail, learn. Every failed print is a data point. Did it warp? Try a brim or try a higher bed temperature. Are the layers weak? Maybe print hotter. Friends, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. We have a lot more informative content coming your way. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.